a lot of reasons why I get up and do this every day, even though some days it's awfully defeating. If everybody had the opportunity to work the land, to be a part of the farm, the world would just be a different place. It's my grandmother who was a farmer. She always talks about that she would opt to work inside in the house and do the housework any day over going out in the fields. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm totally opposite.
I wanted to do work with my hands and get into planting and the idea of being in control of your food source and where your food comes from.
The land that we live on here, this is what we call our home site, is 4 acres. And then we have another 1.5 acres just down the road at a community garden. So that puts us at a production of 2.5 acres. We grow over 45 varieties of vegetables year round. We harvest every week out of the year. And then it's distributed either locally to restaurants or our farm share program.
You know what you put in that soil, you know what's in that vegetable. You know you didn't use any pesticides or anything that's going to be harmful for you, and I think other people want that too.
Farming is a part of all of our history, and people are just naturally very curious about it, and they start making connections to their grandparents or their parents or whatever. A large piece of the education has to do with community building and relationships, and not just the science of growing food. As we get older, as the farm gets older, it becomes more and more clear. I'm not thinking farming is the best and it's the way of the future and this is so sustainable. I'm trying to give it my best shot, but I haven't had this epiphany moment where I'm like, yeah, I can do this. The farm has been one big experiment as far as figuring out how to make it viable. And I often question whether or not it's worth it, if I should just do what everybody else is doing and get a job where I push data and that's that. I also believe in the possibility that we're going to get somewhere.
I would like to be here when I'm old and still farming and raising babies here, but I just really don't have any idea what's going to happen.
The way that farming is, and I think just the way that life is in general, you just got to take what you get. Something that is really critical is the visibility of farming and gardening. Even us being here on this new land and having the infrastructure that we've already been able to put down is, I think it's success, and that makes me feel good. It makes me feel like the kind of dream that I have is achievable, and I gotta keep pursuing it.